You're only responsible for what is in your control, but don't underestimate what's actually in your control. This week we read the 10 Commandments. And when you go through the commandments, on a basic level, they're more or less pretty understandable. Don't use God's name in vain, keep Shabbat, honor your parents, don't steal, don't murder. Those are all fair things to command someone. But when we get to the last commandment, lo tachmod, don't be jealous, that's not fair. How can you ask me not to be jealous? Jealousy, after all, is an emotion. I don't choose my emotions. Don't steal. I can choose whether or not I'm going to pay for my products when I leave the store. But how can you ask me to choose my emotions? That's not fair. We need to have a paradigm shift of how we understand emotions. It's not that we are victims to a tumultuous whirlwind of emotions, that emotions just happen to us and there's nothing we can do about it. It's true, we may not be able to directly choose our emotions, but emotions are a direct response to our constructed worldview. In other words, emotions are a response to our value system, which we have chosen. For example, I could get very happy when my sports team wins. I could get very frustrated and sad when they lose. So that elation and that frustration, I don't necessarily choose. It's a reaction. But I choose to care about that team. I choose to care about that sport. It's my emotions are tied to my value system, which I have selected. So it is something that we can control. And the 10th commandment, the last commandment, lo tachmod, don't be jealous, is connected to the first commandment. The first commandment is, I am God, to treat Hashem as God. And if a person bases their value system and God runs the world and everything that he decides, that's what it's supposed to be. And whatever I have, I have. Just because my neighbor might have something nicer, I'm not going to be jealous because my value system, my constructed worldview is based on the first commandment. That Hashem runs everything. And if I have it, I have it. If I don't, maybe I don't need it. So we are a victim to our emotions, but we are not a victim of our value system. We can choose our value system. And based on our value systems, we'll be able to have more control over our emotions. Wishing everyone a good Shabbos.